All right, so let's talk about XRP and why it might be on the verge of its biggest rally in years. Seriously, this isn't just another random crypto pump rumor. There's actually a lot of interesting stuff going on behind the scenes that's giving traders and analysts some real confidence. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. BTCC is a crypto exchange with some really cool benefits, such as there's no VPN or KYC needed to get started. It's been around for 13 years. You get access to over 300 different cryptocurrencies, and you also get leverage up to 500x. There are bonuses such as the 10% deposit bonus when you use my referral link down in the description below, and you can get bonuses all the way up to $10,055. So if you want to check this out, if you're ready to get started, you can find that down in the description below. So first off, XRP has been pretty quiet for a while, just kind of moving sideways and consolidating. But now it's showing signs of a breakout. And I'm not talking about small moves. There's actual institutional money getting behind it. And whales are starting to make bold plays. So here's the kicker. On May 11th, a major whale known by the wallet address 0x175E dropped a massive $5.84 million in USDC into Hyperliquid and used it to open a 2x leveraged long position on XRP. That's a serious bet. And this isn't just any whale. This same one had previously done the same thing with Ethereum and is reportedly sitting on $10 million in profits from that play. So yeah, they seem to know what they're doing, and now they've set their sights on XRP. Meanwhile, technical analysts are also getting excited. Lark Davis, a well known voice in the crypto world, says that XRP is forming a bullish triangle pattern. He's even set a price target of $4.40 based on Fibonacci levels. That lines up with the price action between January and April, which adds a bit more credibility to the prediction. Another analyst, Michael Vandepope, pointed out that XRP already jumped about 50% after bouncing off a key support level around $1.75. He called that a prime entry zone. Now, he says it's time to start looking at higher time frames because when price action goes vertical, zooming out is how you spot the next big moves. In other words, he thinks XRP might be gearing up to retouch its all-time highs soon. And get this, XRP isn't just moving quietly. Over on Upbit, which is one of the biggest exchanges in Korea, XRP made up 11.3% of its massive $3.59 billion daily volume. That's more than Bitcoin and Ethereum at certain points. So people are clearly trading it hard. Now, let's talk about the long game. Alex Cobb, who's been holding XRP since 2017, thinks that 2025, this year, is going to be the year everything comes together. According to him, XRP didn't just spend 27 weeks consolidating to crash back to 60 cents. He's brushing off any fear, uncertainty, and doubt, especially the kind tied to tariffs and regulations. He says those are just distractions. What's fueling his optimism? Well, a few things. First, if Donald Trump because Donald Trump won the election and he's bringing in a pro crypto administration, that itself is looking to open more doors for favorable policy. And second, there's the regulatory clarity that's potentially coming from agencies like the FDIC. And third, Ripple, the company behind XRP, is on an acquisition spree. And there's even talks of a partnership with Circle, the company behind USDC. If that does happen, it would be a massive deal. Cobb has set a bare minimum target of $11.34 by the end of 2025. But he says it could go even higher depending on how things unfold. And this isn't just wishful thinking. There are real fundamentals behind the prediction. For example, the XRP ledger is getting some serious updates. RLUSD, which is Ripple's stablecoin, on-chain AMMs, and the rising total value locked, or TVL, and meme coins on XRP are all adding real utility. Plus, XRP is starting to show up in more real-world applications, which is huge for long-term value. So to sum it up, a big whale just bet millions on XRP going up. Analysts are pointing to a breakout pattern aiming for $4.40, and long-term believers like Cobb are calling for a potential run to $11 and beyond by next year. Add in some favorable political and regulatory changes, and XRP could finally be ready for its next big chapter. Let's see if it actually delivers. And just taking a look at the charts while I'm recording this video, we can see on that Fibonacci retracement, we're almost up into that last channel zone, that last major potential push on a 3 months time span. We do see that we have that back in January, that it got pretty darn close there. And then we also have back here in October of 2024. So having these instances on the 3 months time span where it does break into that upper channel, we are very, very close to getting in that zone and potentially having a further run up. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And again, you can check out that link for BTCC down in the description. And also I'm on Blue Sky at Crypto Atlas. Love it if you guys could drop me a follow. I'm just 5 followers away from hitting 40. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you also to my Patreon supporters, my YouTube members. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.